Honestly, really great question. It's something that I struggled with as a junior dev as well. I looked at your work history and it looks like that you've been in the industry for about 4 or 5 months now, which is great. Kudos to you, by the way. And here's what you do. Number one, when you're in sprint plannings and things like that, you need to be asking a ton of questions. What could go wrong? What is going wrong? What is this touching? What are some of the use cases? What are some of the edge cases? You need to be thinking outside of the box in every way, shape, or form, right? Get as much information and knowledge as possible. Make sure you're putting that into the ticket as well, because people are notorious about talking about it in the meeting, and then when you get the ticket, that conversation is forgotten. Make sure somebody's writing it down somewhere. You're mentioning something here that you feel like, I hate saying that I need X amount of time extra just in case my task goes wrong. You need to be thinking more in terms of, hey, I need extra time to make sure that I have unit testing in there, or I need extra time to make sure that this is compiled correctly and everything is built correctly. Make sure we have extra time for testing, things like that. I've never seen someone get mad when you say, hey, it's gonna take me 4 days to do this, and you deliver in 2. I do see people get mad when you say, hey, it's gonna take me 2 days, and then it takes 4. You don't want to put yourself in that situation. You need that buffer, because the reality is, especially in the world of development, it's not if something goes wrong, it's when it goes wrong. And pretty often enough, when we're building stuff, and especially new features and stuff like that, run into roadblocks. We're going to run into times where the code isn't working correctly, something's wrong. Maybe you're even blocked by a service that's outside of your reach. And maybe because you're so new, you don't really understand that right away, and it takes you time to discover that and figure that out. Don't put yourself in a box where you're under-delivering on expectations. Your first year, especially in tech, that should be paramount. What can I do to make sure that I'm always delivering to the best of my abilities? Don't put yourself in a situation where you're constantly fighting against the time clock, because when your back is against the wall, you're not necessarily going to be producing the best work possible. So for me, I often look at, what is the task entailing? Maybe is it touching multiple screens? Do I have to test this on other pages as well to make sure that, hey, I change this on one page, is this breaking somewhere else? I don't want to leave broken code in other places where another bug is going to pop up. It gets sent back from QA and I got extra work to do. I don't want to do that. So the extra testing is pretty relevant, especially on larger code bases. How many screens is it touching is always a relevant thing that I'm thinking about. But also, how many components is this passing through? How many times is it being touched? Hopefully that helps.